All right, all right. What's going on, man? What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to another Thursday night live stream by the Crypto Remora. We come to you live every Thursday to bring you the latest in all things crypto, to keep you updated, informed, entertained, and more importantly, ahead of the markets. My name's Wes, and I'm joined with, as always, Siri Crypto. What's going on, Siri? How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. A little bit of a different start here. A little bit of a different start, but we got a lot to talk about, man. We haven't streamed in a couple days. Hope everybody had a good holiday, New Year's, Christmas, all that good stuff, man. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I don't know about you, dude, but I'm so freaking exhausted from the holidays. Um, so yeah, man. New year, new market. What's gonna happen, man? We're gonna talk about that today, Siri. I know you have a few ideas of where you think the market's headed, so I'm excited to hear your opinions, get your analysis, and see what you think. I have some targets as well. We're gonna go over, look at some price action, do a little analysis on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, whatever the hell you want to look at. Put it in the comments, and we'll take a look at it as well.
Absolutely, man. It's a new year, and we got to just talk about all the cool shit that we got coming, you guys, because we got some serious cool shit coming. I mean, we're not going to drop that bomb on them just yet. But I will say that you guys, what do you think, Wes? Should we drop the bomb on the general public? I think we should drop the bomb only when Bitcoin gets back to all time highs. I think that's when we hit the go button on our big project. But you guys, we've got merch coming. Okay, we've got some cool shit ordered. Just wait, and be patient because we're going back up. We're going to all time highs, and I still believe that. I still believe we're going to all time highs this year. We're gonna crush 126 again. It may take us 4 months to do it. It may take us 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. I don't fucking know. Because Jamie Dimon's involved, Fink's involved, so I don't know. But either way, I know we got new gear. We got some new shit. We got I want to tell them so bad, Wes,
I
but
know you do. I can
we're not
tell.
we're not going to tell them what it is yet because the Lost Donkeys, hee haw, they are
Hee
the
haw, baby.
only ones that are going to get early access. They're going to, and I thought about this. I thought about giving the Lost Donkeys not only early access, but giving them a discount, maybe like 50% off of what the other fam gets. I don't know. We'll talk about that off screen. But we got some new equipment, guys. That's why we didn't have our video intro and stuff. But hopefully the audio's better. But our goal this year is to get all the technical issues out of the way. So me and Wes have, clear video, clear audio. Even if I'm on the road, he's on the road. So we're gonna get all that stuff straight. This is just the early workings of it. But we've got merch coming. We've got all kinds of cool shit for the channel. So stay tuned for that. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah,
But
I'm excited for all that, man, for sure.
as far as the market goes, long term, I can tell you where we're going.
Mm,
In the short term, I'm telling you right now, we this 89 to 92 to 94 level, right? I
mhm.
bitched about it before we came here. I said this is going to be a motherfucker because I knew it was. I knew we were going to do this 91 to 94, 91 to 94. And where are we at? It's like waking up. We're at 92. You know, maybe 89 at 3 in the morning, then back up to 91. I was trying to open shorts. I said we're gonna fall. We're gonna fall. Left the short open. Short didn't do shit. Many little liquidations here and there, and I'm just like, you know what? At this point, I think I left a couple of shorts open in the short term, but I got so fed up yesterday that I just closed everything and went to bed. I said, hell with it. I'm not trading this more until
Dude,
they decide. Until they decide if we're going above 94 or if we're going to go back to 88. I just feel like just chop, man. Just straight up
yeah.
chop.
Yeah, there's a lot of skepticism in the markets right now, and rightfully so. We have a lot of things brewing in the background as far as geopolitical shit, with a lot of
Uncertainty.
stuff happening there. Yeah, uncertainty. People aren't, real comfortable going full risk on. But look, man, I'll tell you what, since we dropped to 79, 80, since we went to, we'll say 80,000, man, for to keep it simple. But since we dropped there, man, we've been showing a little bit of momentum, but serious, like you said, man, we need to show some volume. We need to see a lot of inflows in the ETFs. Unfortunately, that's kind of what has controlled the market this cycle. Um, and we need to see something changing in that, right? Open interest. We need more open interest, volume, inflows. And we're just not seeing that, man. We thought we had a good one over the weekend, but it was the freaking weekend, right? But there are some good things that are positive, right? We're over the 20-day EMA. We finally got back above that where Lux Algo flipped bullish. Always love to see that on the daily time frame. So that is always a plus. And we broke above, dude. When we look at the charts, you'll see that resistance that we were bouncing in between, what was it, 85 to 90,000 and just coming right back down. We were in that for like a month, dude. So the fact that we've broken above that and we've closed above that makes me feel pretty good, right? Pretty good about the market, especially in the short term. I do think that 100,000 is in the near future. Um, but yeah, I do think we continue down from there. But yeah, we'll take a look at that when we pull up the charts.
So yeah, there's a few options, a few things. I think this level, like I said, if you want to be sidelined and not trade right now, it's okay. Like I'm still DCAing. One thing I want to get across to our viewers is always me and Wes are also trading, right? But don't kid yourself. We are holding and we are DCAing no matter what. Like, and I encourage you to do the same. Like, you guys got to keep in mind, part of this channel is we try to teach you the investment strategies, not just trading, because if you just trade and you get wiped out, you're screwed. You need to
Yeah,
have an investment. You need to have that long-term vision, that long-term bag,
yeah,
especially in the crypto space. You got to have conviction like a mother, because that's how you're going to win. You just have to believe in it and be patient. So if you're starting out, I would suggest take 75% of your portfolio and just make that your hodl bag. Don't even touch it. Buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Be done with it. 75% of your portfolio should be chilling. You don't even touch it. The other 25%, that's what you trade with. And even in that 25%, don't put the whole 25% on the line. Put like 1 to 5% of that 25% on the line per
yeah,
trade. You don't want to blow your account up because it's tough, man. It's so
yeah,
tough. I mean, I've been in this shit 4.5 years, and I'll tell you what, my ass got liquidated 2 days ago,
yeah,
like that. So don't be gambling all your money, man. Have an investment bag,
yeah.
make that your main bag, and then do trade with your other shit. I just want to say that real quick.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think that every cycle that we've been through, this is, our second one since 2020 or whatever. It's like you learn something new, but you also get surprised by new shit too. Everybody
Hmm.
was surprised about the altcoins this cycle. The altcoins did not perform like, we expected them to. I'm not going to say that how they should have, but I guess what we expected them to. And then the last cycle, Bitcoin, didn't reach that mark that we expected it to. But the timing so far still seems to be kind of spot on, man. But yeah, I do think we're gonna start seeing a shift in that. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for that. We have moved down a little bit quicker than past cycles. So we are moving a little bit quicker, just like we made a new all-time high quicker this past cycle, this current cycle, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the interesting thing about this debate of whether we're going to go into a normal bear cycle, and we hit all time highs before it, and all this weird stuff. Plus, we got Wall Street in. Um, it's so you don't want to say this time is different, but in reality, you're trading against the smartest motherfuckers in the world. You are trading against Jamie Dimon. You're trading against BlackRock. They don't care about your fucking feelings. You know what I'm saying? These people don't care about your feelings. They are there for one reason only. They're there to make money. So they're ruthless. And when I say ruthless, I mean they'll take you up to 126 and then drop you back down to 88 without blinking an eye. And
right,
that's what they just did. And I'm telling you, I called that shit 6 months ago, I said they're going to run us up there and then they're going to drop us. And what the hell did they do? That's exactly what they did. I'm not a very good trader on the short term, but I can see these levels. But right now, I got to tell you, Wes, I want you to take the lead, brother, because I have short term blindness. They have got us so. My head's you know when you go in the ocean and you hit a big wave hits you and it shakes your fucking
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
That's what these market makers have done to every one of us, I think. And so we need some clarity in the short term. Long term, like I said, I'm still standing by my 275. I still say we hit it in 2026. That'll be the euphoric blow off top probably, but in the short term, let's jump into some charts, man, and see what you got for us.
Yeah, for sure. There is, let's see. Hold on one second. I was looking at something to see if I wanted to go over that first, but I don't want to keep harping on it. But I do think it is important. I do think it is important because look, this is kind of like what we've expected, right? Hold on, I'll bring it up. I will bring it up. This is what we've been pretty much focused on for what, dude? We've made this chart like 3 years ago, and we have focused on this chart so many times according to the 4-year cycle. I do just want to point a few things out here because you're seeing a lot of people on X. Look, listen, man. Bear market, bull market, whatever, dude. No matter what market you think we're in right now, there is something that is factual. Factual is that this thing has
Sorry,
been consistent since the beginning. What is it?
damn it. I'm
What?
trying to get it. I was trying to put us back on the side because I didn't want to block the
Oh,
bottom,
yeah.
the bottom indicators. Can you get us back on that side? I don't know why I can't ever figure that shit out.
Yeah, it's weird because it's almost like it's changed. Like I don't something's missing from here.
Well, there's a tab button on the left you can hit, and it brings it up, and it'll. My bad, dude. I don't
No,
know what the
you're
hell I
good.
hit.
I'm gonna do layouts, and then I'm just gonna do screen layout. Boom, boom. Problem solved.
There it is. All right,
All right.
cool.
So, all right, listen. So again, no matter what you think, if it's a bull market, bear market, whatever, there's one thing that is factually true, and that is this cycle, the 4-year cycle, has been accurate so far since Bitcoin's inception, right? And right now we've passed that yearly mark of when we top out and we're headed to the bottom. So what's factual is that the timing is impeccable. Yeah, I don't know if it's planned. I don't know what it is, but it's happened like this every single time. 365 days. We go into a bear market. 12 bars is the monthly. 365, 365, and let's see 365. Now the first one was 396. It was a little longer from top to bottom, right? Top is the red, and that means sell. Green is the bottom, that means buy. So this is what we're looking at right now, right? And we are here. The cool thing about this is even if this plays out, guess what, dude? The top was October, early October. So that means it's already been 3 months, dude. We only got 9 months. Like, what is 9 months? So if you are in this market, understand that if this plays out again, all this is opportunity. And if you DCA, like we're probably about to get a bounce. You can see it on the RSI every time we've dropped from that top and the RSI starts to curve up like that. That's usually when we get our, a nice little rally there. So if you can get these waves, right, when we rally, sell, man. Don't be scared to sell. Don't get in the mind frame of, oh shit, dude, we're at 100K now. We just came from 80 to 100. We're about to go parabolic. Don't try to. I know there's a lot of noise on X, but you have to learn to take profits. It's the hardest fucking thing you'll ever do. But if you can manage that and keep your emotions out of it, you can turn all of this into opportunity. The next 9 months is nothing but opportunity. And then when we get around that bottoming out level here, you know, that's the best opportunity you're going to have. And I just think that that's something that's crucial, especially to people that got in at 126, because now they're like, holy shit, I'm wrecked. Not necessarily, man, because if we can get prices lower, you're going to be able to bring that cost down, and I think that that is a huge opportunity for everyone. But I just wanted to point that out, man, because there's one thing that is factually true, and is this: it's hit it every single time, and we just have to take that as a reality, man. Like this as of right now has been the bear market. We've dropped about 40%, 30%, something like that, from 126 to 80. That's a big gap. So I don't know, man. We will get a nice pump here. We're expecting that nice pump, but we do need to realize that we could keep going lower. And as long as you realize that, I think everybody would be okay.
So these blue lines on the chart, that hasn't happened yet, or is that
No, no, this right here is literally just an overlay of what happened
the
back.
overlay of that?
Yeah, that's just the
What
overlay
happens? What happens if you overlay 2017?
right here.
Can you do that? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I can do that.
Just out of curiosity, it's good to compare each cycle.
Oh, I love doing this, man. I'm addicted to doing this. Yeah. And this is logarithmic too, so it's not going to be exactly the same. You kind of have to space it, but that's pretty damn close since we're zoomed in.
That's 2017
Yeah, that's
layover.
2017 from top to bottom. From top to bottom, that's 2017. And that's 2021.
Okay, so 2017 puts us with a large wick and only wicks down to 65,000 for a minute, it looks like, right? If we were
Yeah,
to have a
yeah, but you can't really go off of it like that, because it is logarithmic, and it doesn't line up exactly the same. But yeah, I mean, my biggest thing is just the timing, just showing the timing from where this one started and ended, where this one started and ended, and they're every time, dude. They're
now
they're a
hold up
year
now.
after.
I got a bone to pick with this.
Mhm.
I got a bone to pick with this. Maybe I've been watching Lark too much. I don't know, but I'm telling you what. He showed this chart, right?
Mm,
Lark is into stocks too, right? Like
right.
he's big into stocks. He knows how stocks move. He knows how institutional stock buying moves. He put
That's going to be the
this
key difference.
this he put this chart side by side with institutional stock
Mm.
companies that buy
Like
shares.
liquidity cycles and shit.
Dude,
Or-
the
Yeah.
the way we're climbing right now, the way we're climbing is slow and steady slant. Like if you look at the last run ups, right? Think
Mm.
about this. We never hit the top of the rainbow band. We never hit it. Why? We never hit it. If it's supposed to be a bull run, why did we not hit that top? And I'm tell you why we didn't hit the top. I'll tell you why we didn't hit the top.
Wow.
They they suppressed the shit out of the price.
Just like
The
2020.
just like 2020. So this is a mix of 2020, but I think that this latter step up, I'm telling you, man, Lark put them side by side in that chart. I looked at it and I
Yeah.
said, "Holy shit, dude! Your
I've seen a few
your
charts like that.
your Elliott wave pattern, right?" I started
Mm,
getting into Elliott wave since you've been studying it.
yeah.
They said this. He said the same thing you said. You called this probably 6 months ago, though. But
Yeah. Wins.
he said this Elliott wave, and Crypto Jeb said the same thing. Um, he said the Elliott wave pattern is not in effect because I believe it was the two or the three wave. Maybe it was a two
Longer.
or the two or the three wave was not correct. So they said that it's not a correct Elliott wave right now. Like the
Which one are they talking about though? Because I get what they're probably saying. Like, this right here to me is not considered a wave because of the angle at which it's going, dude. Like, that is a 2 o'clock angle. You know what I mean? This right
yeah.
here is more of a 1 o'clock angle, and then we start seeing those waves having a better angle. So none of these go below the other. Now, this one, the final wave, has fallen below this over here. So I don't know, man. I don't know which
Well,
ones they're measuring.
Jeb is saying. No, it was on the way down, not the way up. They were
Oh, on the way down.
measuring.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they were measuring it on the way down, and on the way down, the two wave or the third wave, I think, is the one that's supposed to come up, and it didn't. It never came back up correctly, or the second wave. You have to forgive me. I'm not good with the Elliott wave shit, but I just remember he said the same thing that you said because you were like, I don't know, man, this wave doesn't look right. There was something off with it. Yeah, I think it was like the two or the three, maybe. I don't know. It's either the
Now
two or the three that was off or something.
this right here would cancel out on the daily because the 4 extends over the 1. So I don't know.
I think they were
Some
on the. I think they were on the weekly or the monthly for
on the
this.
weekly.
I think so.
Mm,
Maybe I don't know. I can't remember. But either way, the interesting thing is Jeb says we are already in the bear market.
yeah.
He says if we don't get above 94,
Oh, we talked about this.
that
We
we're
talked about
done.
this.
That we're going lower. Period. Like, and with volume. And then he said actually we need to get to like 106. And see, I said the same thing. I said about 106, 108. I said we need to get up there for the bull market to be on. If we
Mm,
don't go confidently above 106, 108, then I'm going to tap out of saying that we're not going into a bear market. But the thing is that's weird about this is the slow and steady grind up
mm,
is what's making me think, yeah, we go lower just to correct a little bit and have a quote unquote bear market. But the like $40,000 and $50,000 Bitcoin, and I've said this before, what if they never drop it to that level again? What if Wall Street's goal is to keep it too expensive for the little guy to where only institutions now can get into be a whole coiner? Because
mm.
the max pain on that would be the max pain. If you're a retail, if you're a little guy, you're a plumber, you're an electrician, you making decent money. If you're a restaurant guy, if you're a dishwasher, and you look at Bitcoin's price, and Bitcoin's price is $70,000, $80,000 a coin, you're gonna look at that shit and you're gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna buy this cat coin or whatever, right? And that's kind of what Wall Street wants. If they're going to let Bitcoin come in, they're going to say, okay, we'll let it come in, but we don't want the little guys to have, we're going to hold that shit. We're going to be the dominant ones. So to me, that what if exists because I think the way they think. And I see that as the max pain, like where MicroStrategy has buy orders in at 70,000. Dude, Michael Saylor's average buying price is $76,000. Like, and he's been in for a while and he's been buying like crazy. So if his average buy price is 76K, you got to think about it, dude. He's got the best trading programs in the world. He's got the best algorithms in the world. You think he doesn't have a little bit of insider knowledge with the market? Come on, man. This dude knows when to buy, when to sell, right? He's been doing
Well,
this a long time.
yeah, I don't know, man. Some people
But
can
if
look
that's
at
the
it a little
best he's
differently.
got, if that's the best he's got though, is 76,000, he's been selling shares and buying Bitcoin. Like if he could only get 76K as his average buy price,
Mm,
think about that for a minute because that means, and he's not going to. I don't think he's going to sell. Like Michael Saylor ain't going to sell. So you might as well just say that area. He's a whale. He's got that area pretty capped off, dude. Like he's not selling if we go down to 76.
who,
So
Michael Saylor?
yeah, dude, he ain't going to sell. He's going to buy more. He's got buy orders in at 70. But the max pain would be if we never get to see Bitcoin down at 50 or 60K ever again. Like, what if that boat is gone and we just don't realize it yet? We haven't, because the chart hasn't played out yet. So we're in the early stages of it. And we're just like, oh, we're going into a bear. And we're just like, okay with it. We're okay that we're going down to 70. But see, my brain's starting to switch the other way. And I'm starting to think, what if these motherfuckers, they don't do it? Like, because they're past that point of no return. We're already past that 50K mark. Bitcoin's up in the 100K mark. What if Wall Street's play is keep it above 90, 100,000, discourage retail for buying it? And then if they do want to buy it, of course, they'll sell it to us in a fucking ETF or whatever
Mm.
later. That's the way I'm thinking that they could be thinking. Now, is that going to play out? Only time will tell, man. But I agree with you on the timing. October, the timing lined up. Okay, the timing lined up. Other than we hit all time highs first.
Mm.
The thing that's weird is that instead of that sharp run up that we've had every other cycle, go back and look at every cycle, we've had this massive run up like this, and then we have that crash. This time we're just this. We're slow and fucking steady at a perfect angle. And
Yeah.
yeah, we're going to correct a little bit, dude, but I don't see us getting this massive, like, crazy dip after we've been just doing this. It
Mm.
doesn't make sense for us to do that again. That's why I say, I'm not saying this time is different. I'm just saying that it's a different beast that we're up against when we're looking at even a price action temporary, dude. Look at Bitcoin's price on the daily. Sometimes it parks right at a certain level and it don't move, dude. It's just like, nope, I'm not going nowhere. And
Yeah.
then like
It's,
2 days will go by and then it runs up like $300. Dude, Bitcoin used to run up $2,000-3,000 every 10 minutes. And
yeah.
those days are kind of fizzled out. So I think we have to look at things with a fresh set of eyes, a fresh new way. And everyone that's been in crypto for 4 years or more, I think they have to shift their thinking a little bit to realize that it is a different asset, man. It's the same asset, but it doesn't trade like the same.
Yeah.
Just my thoughts for the bullish case and the what ifs.
Hmm. Yeah.
Either
No.
way, buy more Bitcoin. Either way, that's the end of that discussion. Is buy more Bitcoin. Shit.
Yeah. I will say, man, like I do think, all right. Yeah, you definitely have to look at it a little differently because it's institutionally, being pushed. Like it's institutional institutions that are driving price action right now. So you do have to kind of go and like think how they think and play by their rules because they're the ones controlling the market right now. And
Mm-hmm.
any asset down 20% or more, and they know that it's worth more, and they understand that. Yes, they have teams. Michael Saylor has teams. BlackRock has teams. They have blockchain and crypto teams that are looking into everything, dude. Everything. They know way more than what we probably realize. You know what I mean? Well, not you and I, but the average person probably has no idea how involved they are when it comes to that kind of stuff, especially with stable coins. Do they want to take advantage of this market, right? Just like anybody else. We want to take advantage of it. Think about how much they really want to take advantage of it.
Mm.
And they're going to. And they can do that because the way that, crypto is kind of set up, they're able to do that in secrecy or, not out in the open as much like anything else they would want to do. But yeah, they have massive teams that have been studying this and they understand it very much, dude. And so that is like kind of my thing. We're starting to see long-term Bitcoin holders dumping their bags. They're good. They've been holding since, you know, 2013 or some shit, right? They're offloading their bags. I'm sure they're keeping a little bit, but we have seen them selling and we're seeing institutions buying. So there is that shift, and we do have to kind of look at it like that. So my argument is if anything's going to be different, we're going to bottom out sooner and start moving up a lot sooner as well. It is my thing. Now, I still think the bottom is a little lower than most people are projecting, 70,000, 60,000. I think we're going to be 50, 40,000. As much as it pains for me to say that, and I hope that I'm wrong about that. That's just what I think. I'm trying to mesh all of it together. I'm
Yeah.
taking what's happened in the past and what's happening now, and I'm trying to put them together because I don't want to see another 70%, 80% drawdown like the last cycles. I would love to see just a 50% drawdown or, a 40% drawdown. That would be awesome in a way, can't buy it any
So
lower, but yeah.
so look at this. You have it pulled up 66,875 or 66,075. In a perfect world, Bitcoin would just go ahead and drop down there, retest that support as resistance. I mean, retest that resistance as support
Mm,
right at the top of 66,000. All we need to do is touch that one time. We don't need to trade there forever. We don't need to go below 66K. But it would be nice if Bitcoin just tapped its foot on that as just to test it as support. I would like to see that. Now, if you look at this last leg down, the Grinch foot is what I call it. You had a sharp decline, then we have that little Grinch foot coming up, also known as a bear flag. It's definitely a bear flag. We're in a downtrend with a continuation of a downtrend, very possible. But if you look at the shape of that downtrend and that bear flag, it's very sharp. It's like a straight down and then a foot, right? So if you took that and straight down did it, yeah, you could be tapping $50,000 Bitcoin. You know, if you extrapolate that bear flag from the top to the little foot coming out,
Yeah,
that
right.
target, yeah, if you measure that, that'll bring you down to 50,000.
Yeah.
The thing is, does Wall Street have the balls and the gall to do that? Yeah, I say they could. So $50,000 Bitcoin's not off the table for me either. It looks like it could happen. It's not off the table, bro. They could do that if they wanted to, but I think what they're doing is they're playing whale games. They
Yeah.
have a possible head and shoulders that hasn't formed the right shoulder yet. So they're stressing us out about that. Are they going to take us up, make the right shoulder, and then drop us? They're stressing us out about the 50K level. But
Mhm.
then Michael Saylor and all these guys got buy orders in at 70K.
Right.
So you got to figure right in the middle of 50 and 70 is 60, 65,000, 66,000. I keep going back to the $66,000 range for
Yeah.
that reason. Because if we
Right.
start going down to 70, Michael Saylor is going to drop his buy orders down lower, right? He's still going to buy, but he'll drop his shit lower. But then you'll get caught up. Like there'll be so many buy orders underneath that I don't think you'll see that $50,000 Bitcoin. And then that also pushes the little guys out. So we could speculate all day, but I do like your right shoulder idea of where we bounce, come up, form that right shoulder, and then go down because. But I also think they're doing that shit on purpose. Like they're trying to make us see this. They know we're watching this shit. You know what I mean? They're like, oh,
Oh yeah.
let's make a nice head and shoulders and then fucking moon it. You know
So
what I mean?
what it comes down to is there enough pressure from traders to say, this is a Head and Shoulders, obviously the thing to do. What do they call it? Herd mentality, where
Mm-hmm.
everybody's looking at the same pattern, and
Yeah.
everybody's going to say, "This is the target. This is the pattern." Obviously, the call is simple. It's short, and everybody goes short because they're seeing this. And is there enough interest in it to short compared to buys, institutional buys to keep it up there? That's my biggest thing is the pattern's clear. We can see it, like we can see it. But is there enough herd mentality to take that short if institutions, if they say, if they're the ones that say, you know what, we're gonna actually go long here. We're gonna be long Bitcoin here because everybody else is going short and selling, so we're gonna buy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Or the other thing that kind of ties into what you're saying is, what if that happens and then they get liquidated and that's what causes that drop down to 50 or 60?
Yeah.
I still say
Long is getting liquidated.
78,000, whatever, because that's the top of that line. If you go back to that previous um, descending broadening wedge on that one you have highlighted with the yellow and green, if you go back to the top of that level, that's about 78,000. So either way, man, I wouldn't hate to see a test of 78. I
Mm,
think that would actually be good. Let's go ahead and touch it real quick. But that'll probably be a forced liquidation that would draw us down there.
yeah.
We start forming the right shoulder, people get too bullish, put in too many longs, and then boom, that causes us.
Yeah. A cascading effect. I mean, there's definitely a lot going on in here because we can see that, well, right now we should be going up. We've seen it happen back here. After we have that massive drop, we usually get that relief rally, and that's where people FOMO back in, and then we continue down. So everybody's expecting that move up. Now the question
Mm-hmm.
is do we hold 91,000 on the daily, which hell, I haven't even looked, dude. We just started the new candle. Where did that close? Look at that. Look at that, dude. We closed bullish candle. Look at that, dude. That's a bullish candle. So the other day I was looking at this. This is the daily chart. We kept on coming up here and getting rejected, right? Every time we came up here, we got rejected. Finally, we closed above here and we've closed above that level ever since. So that's fucking huge, man. That is huge. That is showing massive bullish momentum. So that's good. The question is if we lose this, it's going to cause a cascading effect. Longs are going to get liquidated. It's going to force sell, and then we're going to just continue going down. Or do we hit the $95,000 liquidation level where shorts get liquidated and we get a short squeeze? There's a lot of liquidity above 95,000. And that's kind of what I'm watching, man. If we can hold 91K, I'm still bullish. I'm going to remain bullish as long as we're closing above that. Now even more bullish because we got a bullish hammer here and we're starting a green candle, but we just need to see, man. Or are we just gonna bounce around in this in this area for the next month? We just gotta wait.
It's possible. It's highly possible we just sideways accumulate in that freaking zone you got right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also, I hate to burst everyone's bubble. There's a CME gap down at freaking 88,000 too. So not only do we have liquidations, I think so. I don't think it ever got filled.
Really?
That was 2 days ago. I noticed that. But so you got a CME gap down to 88, and you got the heat liquidation map at 94, and you got another one up at 98. So they're leaving themselves. They're leaving themselves all kind of options of which direction to take this market. They've been very strategic in how they're playing this, and the average retail investor is either given up, sold their shit. Like if you're still here and you're watching us, especially, you're a freaking degen. So because they've literally, I think, pissed off all of retail successfully. 126, and then everybody bought in at 125, 126, and then boom, it's like that's heartbreaking after you wait 4 years and they're like, just a cycle, So I get it. But what if they just accumulate and go back down to, the bottom of that 85, 86? They just trade this channel for a little bit and accumulate. It's possible. But I do like your bullish candle right there. I do think that's positive that we're back above that.
Yeah. We're kind of staying above this little uptrending support level. Flat top. I view this as a flat top, right? Mm-hmm. Or a cup and handle trying to form here. But there is, either way, it's positive stuff, man. Where we're at right now, we're closing above a pretty solid level. We're seeing support holding up. We're seeing, bullish momentum, bullish candles on the daily, cup and handle form. And I do think we continue going up. Will we get a fake out to the downside first? Probably, because that's just what they do, man. That's just how the market moves. So, yeah.
And this bear flag doesn't look right. It doesn't look like a regular bear flag, man. Like, I don't know. It's just jacked up. It's almost like oh, they're trying to draw a freaking bear flag, but meanwhile, all they're doing is accumulating sideways. That's a sideways freaking channel you got down there. You got a perfect resistance, a perfect support. It's just boom, boom, boom. It's now, yeah. You got the ascending wedge that's bearish slightly with the flat top. So we're more than 70% of the way through this pattern. We could go back to the top of that straight level, hit our head, and then come down and continue the bear flag. But it's just, to me, bull flags have not looked like bull flags for the last 3 years. Bear flags have not looked like bear flags. Like Bitcoin used to print perfect bear flags and bull flag, like perfect. They're gone now. It's just they won't show up perfect shaped anymore, and that is definitely due to institutional buying. That's definitely accumulation right there. Somebody's buying the shit out of Bitcoin right there, just locking in that level. Because it's it's going sideways instead of having that sharp correction up and then going back down. It's not doing that. We went down and now we're going sideways. So it kind of, yes, it's a bear flag still technically, but it just doesn't have the right shape. It doesn't look like you know what I'm saying? Like you could look at it from right there and see. I mean, you're at all time high at 126. The whole run from 126 down to 84K, even the leg down is all jacked up. Like it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's sloppy as shit. It just
Yeah.
doesn't look. There's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't remember what he was saying with the Elliott way. I'll have to go back and watch that. But
Well, we got
the,
our,
the
go ahead, man. Sorry.
no, I was just saying, don't you agree with me about the shape? Aren't the shapes not as clear as they used to be? Like they're all jacked up. Like they're sloppy.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. You remember a long time ago, I don't even remember what it was, but we were looking at the chart and Bitcoin was just making these ugly ass movements, right? And
Mm,
it just looked like ass. And we're like, nah, we're not trading this because obviously this is not natural movement. Like something is being done here.
yeah.
And then finally it started making beautiful structure, and we were like, this is it. And boom, fucking blast off, dude. So yeah, I'm with you, man. This right here is ugly as shit.
It's ugly. It's
Right.
terrible. That
Ugly as
whole
shit.
leg down. That whole leg down is terrible.
It is ugly, man. And it reminds me more of the bull running up the stairs, like that you like to call, man, when it rolls over and then it blasts off, like we saw it do here, do there. But yeah, I mean, there's so much institutional interest behind all this that it's really hard to tell, and you do have to treat it differently.
Well, I think we're nearing the end of this pattern either way. So we go up to the
Um,
top of it, hit our head. You know, I'm kind of sidelined till we break above 94 or below 90. You know, I'm making small trades here or there, but I'm gonna wait, man. I'm kind of sidelined. I want this to play out before I really put any more trades on the line.
yeah, yeah. On the daily, I mean, you can see if we go back. Well, let's just look at like where we've been at since we started consolidating here as far as volume goes. I mean, we're pretty much getting over. You can start to see why we kind of struggled here, man. It was a high volume area. We've done a lot of trading here, but now that we've come above that, I just feel like this is good structure, man, to come back and flip that into support. That's huge, man. That is huge. Question is, do we retest this $80,000 level as a double bottom first and then blast off to that big correction? Or do we just continue up from here? That's the magical question.
I mean, technically, we're short term. We're in an uptrend ish.
Yeah,
Technically,
yeah,
I mean, we got higher lows. We have slightly higher highs with if you count that wick, maybe.
yeah. It looks
It's
ugly,
just
but
it's just ugly, man. I'm like I said, I'm kind of waiting for um I want to see some more decisive movement before I place any decent
yeah,
sized trades. So,
yeah,
and it's okay. It's okay to do that, man. It's like, just DCA, buy $1 a day of Bitcoin right now. I mean, if you don't want to trade, just freaking DCA. I mean, that's part of this game is being patient too, man. We got to constantly remind each other. We got to remind our viewers. You don't always have to take the trade either. Like if you
right.
just see this shit and it's ugly and we got so much uncertainty and so much crazy shit, why take the long right now? Why take the short? Just wait a minute. Let these whales do their whale games. Let them figure out what they're gonna do. Because I literally think the market makers right now are drunk. They're sitting around drinking whiskey, going, I don't know, what do you want to do with this shit? And they're like, I don't know. What should we do? Bring it down or go up? Like
Yeah,
no one knows what the hell in reality. So I think when that's happening, go back to DeFi. Get some liquidity pools, look
right.
into some other shit, but don't stop DCAing. Just save a little bit of on the side in case we do go lower. Have a freaking plan either way. That's the name of the game right now. If
Yeah.
we go down lower, cool. We'll scoop some more.
Mm.
And then everyone always has that meme where it's like, you guys bought the dip with what money? Like, how'd you?
Right.
That's the thing. I get it. If you're all in, just hold on, man. Just be patient, bro. I don't think the alts are done. Nobody is talking about the alts right now either. And I'm gonna tell you
Mm-mm.
that
Nope.
MEW meow. There it is. You knew I'm gonna talk about it.
Mm.
That freaking thing is at the bottom of bottoms on Robinhood, and I am scooping the shit out of it. I love it. MEW, cat in a dog's world. You know
Oh yeah.
the name's a little long, but I don't think meme coins are dead, and I do think that the cat coin has not had a fair chance, and it
No.
blows my mind that no cat coin has made it yet, and that's the first one I've seen on Robinhood. Now it's granted it's all the way at the bottom of a chart. If there ever was an entry, I'd like you to pull that up if you could,
Yeah.
um,
Yep. For sure.
and look at
Yeah.
the entry. So I want to give the people a little hope
Yeah.
that the altcoins are going to come back too, dude. It's not just what do you guys just think it's over, never again. Come on.
Look, I saw someone say the other day on X, if you ever want to be, if you ever want your emotions to be manipulated, just go on X, man, and repost because that's where you're gonna get that fulfillment. But I saw someone on X post, you know, everybody's talking about the altcoins and how far down they are, and they're at like all-time lows. And if you think that they won't go any lower just because they're
At all time
already at
lows.
all-time lows, then you
Yeah,
have another thing coming because if
yeah.
Bitcoin does continue climbing down and does go
Mm.
down to 40,000,
Oh,
imagine what that's going to do to the alt. People are just, I mean, they're going to be squeezing their money out
you're
of the
you're
alt.
you're gonna owe the altcoins money. It's like you're gonna
You're
owe
going to
them
owe
money.
them, right? But you know, but it's scary to think about, man. Like we're looking at it like, man, alts are, at all-time lows, man. Perfect time to buy. Yeah, when you look at
Yeah.
it on a chart, theoretically, yes. But if
Oh, it's risky as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
it
When I bought some of those MEW, I don't even know how you say. I wish they just put the fucking O in there. Meow. Make it meow instead of mew. It's not a
yeah,
freaking cow, but I guess that ticker was taken or some shit. Um, but the fact that it got listed on Robinhood is why I got it because Dogecoin was listed on Robinhood very early. It had double zeros,
now,
triple zeros. No, it had five
look,
zeros when it was listed.
now look, dude, I think that there's definitely some play still left in the altcoins, man. We saw, I mean, look how they ran the other day, man, when Bitcoin was, finally got back up around 94,000. Like the altcoins were running, dude. Sui was absolutely running. And I don't know why, but it was. There's still some life left in the altcoins. If you can catch them, you make a lot of money doing it. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to
Well,
put that
if
out
you
there.
don't mind, can you pull that up? Can you pull up
Yeah,
MEW?
yeah, I just wanted to finish up with Bitcoin, dude, because I'm just ready to
Okay.
be done with
Yeah.
Bitcoin. But this is Lux Algo, right? So we saw the trend confirmation in the red, everything's in the red, bleeding, 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 going sideways. We finally broke out. Lux Algo put in a buy signal. We saw the candle flip purple. This is the daily chart. Candle flip purple. We came back up to this order block. So that's where we knew we were probably going to be facing some resistance. But what the good thing is here, one, we've gotten our buy signal in. Two, candles are green. That is showing bullish momentum. Three, we've got a bullish candle pattern here. And we've already come back and retested the trend catcher, which is also green, which confirms this as a legitimate uptrend. Also, the money flow, we're starting to see that roll over into the green. It's not much, but it's still there. It's still rolling into the green, and that is a good sign. So I do think that this rally continues just based off of this. The 200 moving average up here. This is the daily though, but the 200 is sitting around 96,000. That would be that liquidity mark, man. Where if we hit that mark, we could have an effect to where shorts get liquidated. We get that short squeeze, and we can hit some of these targets that Lux Algo has. First one 96, 97,000. Second one is Sierra's target 103 plus. So that's looking good there.
What are your thoughts on the MACD? Because I know that was the other thing. We were starting to flip into the green a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, MACD on the daily, man, is bullish. We've just passed that signal line, or that, that midline on the MACD. So, I mean, it's bullish right now and it looks good. On the weekly, you can see we're finally starting to curve over as well, which is bullish, which is good. And it makes me think that that's why this rally is going to come, because that's just what the MACD does. You start seeing it roll over, we get a pump, come down, roll over, get a pump. So it looks like it's starting to roll over. You see the histogram starting to lighten out a little bit. So it's showing that momentum is shifting on the daily based off of Lux Algo and on the weekly, man. We know that there's some kind of rally coming, and I think it's going to be massive.
well, let's shift over to MEW real quick, just to
So,
shift some gears to get some hopium. Because at the end of the day, if we do go lower and you're buying alts, welcome to crypto. But here's the thing: you want to train your brain to do what the whales do, and what the whales do is they buy in steps on the way down. So, yeah, if we're 50% down, we're 80% down. Hell, MEW is way down. Wait till you see this chart, dude. This thing looks like it's already obliterated. Like, it just looks like total garbage. But to me, I'm not saying buy it, go all in right now. What I'm saying is, um, if you're just starting out and you want to get in a meme coin, say you're only on Robinhood, a lot of people when they first get into crypto, that's what they get into is they buy whatever's on Robinhood, right?
mm,
So part of my thinking was that I'm thinking like, okay, the little guy, he opens up Robinhood, he sees a couple of things for sale. Probably going to buy XRP, he's probably going to buy Solana, he's probably going to buy ETH and Bitcoin, just
yeah.
because that's what's been marketed. Then he keeps scrolling down and starts looking at the number of zeros in front of a coin and goes, holy shit, this MEW coin is only fucking 0.001 of a cent.
Mm.
It's that same Shiba Inu mentality, right? Now, I think this coin is better than Shiba Inu. Didn't I have you do some tokenomics on it? Or did you not do
No,
tokenomics on this yet?
I forgot to do it.
Okay, well I asked you to. It's a little late now because I've already went in hard, but the thing is that I like about it is I've been saying to myself since 2020, why in the hell with all the computer nerds, and I love you guys. You guys are my people. I love computer nerds. I'm not saying that derogatory, but the computer nerds are like this with cats, bro. Computer nerds and cats go together. Okay?
Mm.
They love their cats. So to me, I was always like, what's up with the dog coins? And I'm a dog guy myself, but what the hell's up with the dog coins and no cat coin? With all these computer people in crypto, it just didn't make sense. So I think this is the perfect storm. This is a Solana coin. It's listed on Robinhood early. It's got zeros in front of the price. It's at all-time lows. I think this thing is a steal for a new meme coin. Now, could it continue to go lower? Sure, but as far as an entry goes, if you were just starting to look at something, this thing is well below a penny right now. It's already been up to what? It's already been over a penny. So if you take that into consideration, let's just say let's say you didn't drop any lower and you return to all-time highs. That's a significant gain, dude. From the
Mhm.
bottom back to just where previous all-time highs. Not to mention if you were to double. So what's that gain right there? Potential.
That's a
That's a what?
10x.
That's a 1,000% gain, and that is a
10x.
coin that's a 10x. That's a coin listed right now on Robinhood. So
Mm.
while the sentiment is not here, the access to this coin is. So I'm more bullish on Pengu. Pengu is my best holding on Solana by far. I love my Pengu. This is my strong second. I would say possibly my revenge trade from that Dogecoin that that would have been worth 60K if I didn't paper hand it.
Yeah.
So this is a potential revenge trade also for me personally. So do your own research, blah blah blah. But I like the descending wedgie on it too, man. Like I don't know. Looks interesting to me. I'm definitely scooping a little bit. I'm nibbling at it. And when the bull run comes back, dude, I mean, this thing could easy at least go halfway to all time highs. Hell, halfway to all time highs would be a what 500%, 5x.
Mm.
So just saying, man, definitely something. I want you to look at the tokenomics first before I go any harder, though.
Yeah, no, I think absolutely, man. Like I like that strategy. I think it is kind of smart as long as you're not dumping a shit ton of money into it. You know what I mean? Like if we were to follow this pattern that we're doing now, which is a beautiful pattern, we see the wedgie, we see the support. It's respecting levels. That shows me that, there is if when it respects these trend levels, that tells me a lot about the project, man. You know what I mean? It's not we didn't have this as soon as it came out. We had this, a little bit of selling, and like it's moving with respect to the structure. And we can see that in a lot of directions here. Something like this, like Sierra's saying, that is, marketed on Robinhood, that is a low cap meme coin, cat coin. Um,
Under
Obviously,
a
it's
penny.
risky. Yeah, obviously, it's risky, we see that. But if you dump $100 into this, that's potential $1,000 if it does go back to its all-time high. So, there are some altcoins that I'm throwing $10, $20 at just in case, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just in case if you hit the right ones, um, it'll be a good trade. Are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I think my
And here's the thing, guys. I just want to remind everybody, especially if you're fresh, you're just coming in. Dogecoin had 5 zeros when it was listed on Robinhood. Dogecoin had 5 zeros
yeah.
in front of it. Okay, so let's just say we go into a bear market, right? Let's just say this thing drops down to 3, 4 zeros in front of it, maybe even 5 for a brief moment in time. When Dogecoin had 5 zeros in front of it, I think I threw in 30 bucks. I threw 30 bucks at it and I said, let's see what the hell this stupid doggy coin is. So back then I didn't even know it was called Doge. I said doggy. So let me buy this doggy coin. Put 30 bucks in. If I would have held that for 6 months, I would have made $68,000. That's how many of them I was able to get for $30. So I'm not saying this thing is going to make you that kind of money. What I'm saying is
It's possible.
it's
It's
possible. I've
possible.
seen it happen, and I had the pain of not being patient enough and selling it too early because I was like, oh, let me use this money somewhere else. I don't remember what I bought with it, but I sold it when it went up to like 50 bucks. So I'm like, ooh, I made 20 bucks on it. And then, of course, it could have made a hell of a lot more. But
Yeah.
the the potential is there for this one, I believe. We'll see. I mean, like Wes said, you're better off if you want to take a risk. You're going to spend 20 bucks at a bar. You're going to spend 20 bucks at
Yeah, 20
McDonald's.
bucks, dude. Why
What the hell
not?
are you doing? Throw it at it, man. You don't know. Be patient with it. Give it 6 months. Maybe it'll rock. You don't know.
I would say for sure something like that's on Robinhood, because they do their due diligence on projects like this, um, where they're supposed to. So definitely look at socials, make sure they're being active, see if they're collaborating with other meme coin communities. You know what I mean? Big meme coin communities. Which usually, if it's listed on Solana, that means that they're pretty active, dude. They're not just gonna, or not Solana, Robinhood. They're probably pretty active, and there's a lot of things behind the scenes that Robinhood liked about the token, obviously. But yeah, I think tokens like this, if you can find them and you want to just throw 20 bucks at it, why not? It could go 50, it could go down 50 more percent, right? I mean, the bottom of this white line is another 50%. So it could go down. Your 20 could turn into $10, but on the way back up, it could also be $2,000. So it's really your appetite for risk,
And
and
but
I think
the
it's worth
other thing the other thing about this is it's good to have these, you guys, because you got to still have hope that the market will return because it always does, even though it looks dim and it looks like, oh shit, we're going into a bear. And, I bought Bitcoin at 125. I'm not saying to revenge trade on this. What I'm saying is switch that mindset. Switch your mindset from complaining and bitching about the price going down switch your mindset into what if? What if this thing returns? What if Bitcoin pumps again? Because your 20, 30 bucks that you throw in, let's say it drops again. When it drops again, don't sell your car to buy more, but just think about it. Okay, shit, I got 20 bucks in. I just lost that 20 because it dropped 50 more percent. Then you say, well, maybe don't throw another 50 bucks in, but maybe throw 15 in or throw 10 in when it does go to that low. Because hell, what are you going to lose at that point? You're going to lose 30 bucks. You're going to lose 40 bucks. Who gives a shit? You're going to spend that on the average meal going out once a month. I mean, like, shift it into that thinking, and also shift it into you want to buy projects when they're low like this. If you're lucky enough to catch a coin that has decent fundamentals, it's on a big platform, and it has high potential for a nice upside, this is the best place you want to catch it. If it goes lower, you can go a little more. So to me, when I see coins like this, or when I see entries like this is my favorite kind of entry. This is how I've done pretty good because I'm a horrible trader. So the only thing that sustained me in crypto is my entries on projects. And, you know, I do think that this thing could potentially rip. Might take a while, might go through a bear market first, but that's a little gem that I'm definitely have my eye on.
I just noticed something on the 15-minute on Bitcoin. Yeah, dude, and so I have my few that I hold. Some of them I'm almost ashamed to talk about, but some of the bluer, I'm really trying to focus on like 5 blue chips and a handful of low caps like that, to just set it and forget it, and to DCA. I would like to try to wait when, going heavy into the dollar cost averaging until we can really see what's going to happen here. But yeah, I'm definitely still looking for, at the most, guys, at the most 9 months. What the hell is 9 months? Nothing, dude. Nothing. And we're not even talking about a full 9 months. I mean, it could be 4 months from now. That it could be a 7 month, 8 month bear market, 9 month bear market. We don't know. But I think it is worth. We're already 3 months into it, man. You might as well kick back and strategize and figure out the path forward, because there's definitely some opportunities still here. We've had this conversation before. We've talked about these conversations 2 years, 3 years ago, 4 years ago on the stream, right? We've been here before. And if you've been following us since then, we've been here before. We said the same thing then, and we're going to say the same shit now. There is still a ton of opportunity in these markets, whether it's shorting the market, DCAing and expecting a return over the next 5 years, 3 years, whatever. No matter what, there is a lot of opportunity still left here. And I think that the alts are going to surprise a lot of people when they finally start moving. So yeah, I'm a buy when it comes to um, some of the alts, especially the blue chip alts, and then just throwing small amounts into a few strong meme coins could definitely pay off.
Yeah, I think that your blue chips, Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pengu is a blue chip meme coin for me this cycle. Definitely like what Pengu's doing. And then your riskier side, MEW. You got a couple of them. The Dexes have been doing good. Hyperliquid is awesome, of course.
Uniswap's been doing
Uniswap's been doing good.
doing some
Arbitrum's been, a little shady with the price action, but I'm gonna tell you what, the back end stuff that Arbitrum is doing right now is freaking incredible. They're starting to bring in other chains. So Arbitrum is doing what Ethereum was doing, which is forcing everyone to bend the knee. Everybody had to be EVM compatible. Well, guess what? Now what's happening is everyone's got to be L2 compatible. What chain are they using? They're using Arbitrum.
Yeah.
So Arbitrum
Especially
is
for their
killing
trade.
it.
Yeah.
Arbitrum is absolutely killing it. Is the governance token the best thing to have? I don't know for price action. But as far as layer twos go, as far as building and the rails,
Yeah.
Hunter at BFresh on Twitter. He's part of the Arbitrum team. We had him on the show. he is saying that basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to build the rails to where people don't even know. Like they want to tip their favorite content creators like us. They would say, okay, we want to tip you, but we only use Solana or we only use, Cardano or we only use whatever. They can still tip you using Arbitrum. They don't even know they're using Arbitrum. So in other words, you're holding Solana and you want to throw us a tip and you don't feel like bridging and doing all that shit and changing wallets. Arbitrum is building the guardrails for you to be able to do that where you don't even know you're using Arbitrum. You just hit send and boom, it goes right to you. So exciting things with the L2 of Arbitrum. Still bullish as hell on it.
Oh, absolutely, man. And like Sierra's saying, these you see Hyperliquid, right? You see Lighter, you see Extended. I think Extended is one of them. Ethereal, like you're seeing all of these dexes that are integrating Arbitrum, and most of them are Arbitrum focused, like solely, right? But it is cool to see, man, because there's that technology behind Arbitrum that is unique. It's got a solid team, very trustworthy, and dude, I just the name and the logo, like we've always loved our Arbitrum, man. That's where the users are. That's where the builders are. That's where the real ones are. So yeah.
Well, so if we have to do the price target thing, which I guess we should because that's part of what we do, that's the
Yeah.
painful part of our job.
Let's
Um,
can I do something real quick before we jump in that?
Absolutely.
Guys, all right, listen, man. I know some of you guys probably aren't traders. I get that. Especially if you can't win. If you're not a good trader, you're losing money, la da da da. Lighter
Me.
turned out to be an incredible opportunity. Hyperliquid turned out to be an incredible opportunity. What is the next Hyperliquid? What is the next lighter? Well, there's not a next Hyperliquid. There's not a next lighter, but we think we found the best opportunity in comparison to them. And NATO is the one that we are watching. We think there's going to be a nice ink airdrop related to that. I heard somebody saying that 4%, 3-4% was going to be going to NATO traders, right? Right now it's the alpha phase, so we do have a few referral links. I know Sierra, you have some. They only give you 10, and then they give you some more later on down the road. But right now, it's very rare to come across one. So if you're into that, you want to look for that next opportunity, shoot us a DM on X or make a comment here. Just let us know if you want one or not. But make sure that you're actually trading, though. Okay, it could be a massive opportunity. Ethereal is another one, Siri. I'm trying to get my volume up. That's another one I'm watching, but I think NATO is the one.
Well, yeah, and I do want to say shout out to Wes. I don't want to throw shade at Fade, but did you find NATO before Prime Apes did?
Yes, I did. Actually,
Hot damn, that boy is
yeah,
good, boy.
I
I'm gonna
did,
tell you
man.
what. Let me see now. I don't want to
I've been
brag on.
searching.
I don't want
I've
to
been
brag
searching.
on my boy now, but I'm gonna tell you this. Wes has gotten good, man, since 2021. He has laser focused in and he's become a freaking degen animal when it comes to research. So shout out to my boy Wes for not only calling Hyperliquid, but I think he's got a gem with this NATO thing too. And
Yeah.
it's the fact that Fade and Primates is going on it is also confirmation. That's like double confirmation that this
Mm,
thing is a gem. So
yeah.
you got Fade and Primates jumping on it. That's a big deal. Pay attention because these are the airdrops that usually end up paying out fairly well.
Mm,
So yeah,
yeah.
I would definitely jump on it, man. But shout out to you, sir, for
Thanks, man.
making
I
good
appreciate
calls.
that.
That's a couple of
Yeah.
really good calls, man. Keep them coming.
Yeah. There's a few other ones, but the thing about the trading is you can't farm 10 of them at once, dude. It's just you'll probably end up losing more money than you should, and you just don't know. But yeah, if it took a little while to do some digging, but I do think that NATO's the one. I mean, I hope I'm right, man. It could really pay off. So, but dude, I farmed Hyperliquid with like $20 at a time. I was throwing $20, 40xing, just building volume, and it paid off. So even if you have $50 and you just want to build some volume, and I think it'll pay off.
And you don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. And trading is not easy. So do small amounts. Don't get wrecked doing it. Because it's especially now, if you're trying to trade right now, holy shit, I can't imagine jumping in brand new and trying to trade right now.
Right.
Because I mean,
Yeah, dude.
I'm getting destroyed over here, and I'm like, I consider myself a vet, and I'm like, damn, I'm getting wrecked over here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. It can be
DCA
rough,
and
man.
HODL, that's why it goes back to the thing I said in the beginning of the show. Have that 75, 80%. That's just DCA. You're an investor first, trader second. Then when you get good enough, you can be a trader first, investor second. But in the beginning, when you're still learning, be an investor first. That matters most. Identify good projects, get in early, watch your price targets, make sure you take profits, but then add to that. Start learning DeFi. Start doing this shit. Get on DeFi, man. If you guys aren't on DeFi and you're just buying shit on Robinhood and Crypto.com, you are not going to make the
Yeah,
gains
you're
you're
missing
after.
out. You're missing
Get
out.
on DeFi. Learn how to self custody. We have videos in the channel. Go scroll through our older videos. We have how to videos. There's a how to section. Click on them, watch them, open up your laptop, and go step by step. Hit pause, follow the steps. We show you how to get on there. We show you how to long. We show you how to short. So definitely check it out.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And take a look at some of these altcoins, man. Like Chainlink looks good, they're respecting levels. If we do fall, I mean, you can see that next level. That's not much further, man. So just look at these charts and start looking at, some good entry levels, because they're here. They're here. You just got to find them.
Yeah, I think they're getting ready to close up over here, so I might have to get off.
All right.
But
No worries, man.
price targets first, real quick,
For next week.
for next Thursday.
Okay.
We keep going like this. I'm gonna say 93,000 sideways bullshit.
Yeah.
No, I would hate to be there, but not 93. Let's see. Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
Yeah, I was trying to let me remove some of these drawings on here. Remove 59 drawings. Like, I got so much shit on here. Okay.
We're about out of this pattern though. That's the only thing. But let's
Oh,
just
this is the
see.
weekly. Hold on. Hold on. Let me switch to the daily. There you go. Not sure where you want it, but
Right there is good. A lot can happen in crypto in a week, but it almost looks like we're gonna bounce off that damn. What's that? The 200 or is that the 9?
the
The
20.
blue line. That's a
That's the
20
20.
day.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was about to say. Yep. We finally got back above it, dude. If we can hold above it, that's huge.
I'm gonna say 91,000. I think we have a run up or run down, and then we just end up right back where we are for a week. Boring,
Yeah.
boring, snoring.
I think tomorrow, this candle or the next, we're going to come back and retest that 20, 89 to 90,000. I think we continue closing above 90,000. And then next week we're around 94. Yeah, 94, 95. And then I think next week on Thursday, that Thursday night when we're streaming, we hit that 95K liquidity level and when we blast off. Little hopium there.
There we go. All right, you guys make sure you follow us, man. Tune in next week. We're going to be on track a little more steady. We're going to have our intros and all that shit figured out again too. Still
Yeah.
learning the new gear here, but we're getting it wrapped up.
All right, man. Appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you follow us, like, share, all that good stuff. We appreciate you guys. Follow Siri at Siri Crypto, myself at Crypto MacGyver, and follow us at the Crypto Remora. Follow GMB as well. GMB, what's his handle name again?
I'm not sure. I think it's at Toshiba.
Toshiba Hero, I
I
think.
think
So,
so.
so yeah, give him a shout as well. And we'll see you guys on Thursday. Peace out.